The views expressed by guests are their own, and their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. Views and opinions expressed by Hotep Jesus are those of Hotep Jesus's and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Hotep Nation or any of its officials. If you have any questions about this disclaimer, please contact our Office of General Counsel via the sheet of account. And Hotep and them.
Envision a sanctuary where community and sustainability are the cornerstones of living. In this haven, every family is able to grow their own food, children flourish through homeschooling tailored to unlock their full potential, and education extends beyond textbooks, instilling self-worth and a deep understanding of the world around them. Here, goodwill isn't just an ideal, it's the essence of daily life, where respect for law and order harmonizes with the community's resourcefulness. This place isn't just a dream, it's a call to action for everyone who believes in a better, more connected way of living. Join us in building a future where each individual's contributions create a tapestry of enduring harmony and prosperity. Join us in Hotepistan.
The lies just keep compounding. The Grift Report starts right now.
2, 1, boom. Hotep Jesus.
Of all the Jesuses I know, he's the Hotepiest. Social scientist and YouTube host, Hotep Jesus.
How the fuck do you get a name like Hotep Jesus?
The one and only Hotep Jesus.
Ryan Sharp, better known to the world as Hotep Jesus.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Somebody said, what do you think you are, some kind of Hotep Jesus?
Ooh,
and
that's
I was
good.
Just like, ooh, that's sexy. Yes, I do think I'm Hotep Jesus.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to the Grift Report, live Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm your host, the Grift God.
Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus. Hotep Jesus.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Oh, this is a real Hotep brother.
Hotep to the chat, Hotep to the Hotepistanis.
Hotep.
What's up, fam? It's roll call time. Let's see who's here. Hotep Yatu Sabes. Haram Life. Make sure y'all check out our sister podcast, Haram Life, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Nerd Nash in his house. Protocol DJ, Protocol official DJ of all Hotep Nation events. Lauren Elise is here. What up, Lauren? Kelson's in the house. Jason, Heather here as usual. Spotless is here. Strong Dad is here. Resuscitado, Blunt Step, Don Day. What's up, family? Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Grift Report. What is this? What is this on my shirt here? What is this? I got a grizzle on my shirt. I think that's a booger. Sonny Johnson in the house. We got a very spicy Grift Report lined up for you today. We got some Goldstein July messages for you, and a plethora of videos from Congress is sitting in the program for today's show. Hold on a second. I got to make sure, because Goldstein tagged on to. Let me make sure I add this. We gotta get Goldstein's message in here. Boom, boom. All right, let's get that in there in the show program. Boule Negroes are really a thing. We got proof of that. We're gonna get into that as well. And voting. Voting is gonna be in question today. But anyway, and Uncle Hotep, he might have to go to Hotep court tonight. We're gonna have to go to the chat and see. Real quick, big announcement, as we all expected. Sonny Johnson's favorite, one of Sonny Johnson's favorite accounts, Bryson Gray. Bryson's Gray, he says, wow, my opponent for Friday night fights backed out and they have no other opponents for me, so I guess my fight is canceled. They said they'll have someone for me next time, though. It kind of sucks because I worked very hard. However, the fight is back on. He is now fighting Cake Paul. Bryson Gray is fighting Cake Paul tomorrow night. Make sure y'all tune in. Also, I won't be here tomorrow. I'll try and stream, but it's my family reunion, so I'll be out of town. But I'll try and stream tomorrow at the same time, 2 p.m. Depending on how the festivities are going, maybe I'll do a family stream and introduce y'all to some of my family. But that is to be determined, and it's TBD. Shout out to my rumblers rumbling. I see y'all. It's just me and Sir Chops a lot. Shout out to people tuning in over on the X. Appreciate y'all. That being said, happy Goldstein July. Strong Dad is back with another message of the day for Goldstein July. As you know, I haven't watched it yet. I wait to give you guys my live reaction. Let's get into it.
Being on the conservative right is like being a cheap ass hooker because anybody can buy your ass. Black man, if you want
Oh, shit. Damn. 5 seconds in and straight out the gate with the violence. Oh my God. Rewind it a little bit.
Being on the conservative right is like being a cheap ass hooker because anybody can buy your ass. Black man, if you want reparations, you grab yourself a MAGA hat and an Etsy store because these hoes is ready to fuck. And that's a certified fact. As
Pause, but damn. He has wasted no time. Everybody's getting it in Goldstein July.
As a matter of fact, T-nigga, you don't even need protection. You don't need the rainbow flag. All you need to do is call yourself Lady MAGA, and these motherfuckers will run cover for your ass. Oh, y'all bitch-ass niggas be like, pride this and pride that, but Blair White, check yes, please. Y'all motherfucking crackers ain't about shit. Y'all pretend to be against child endangerment. Y'all pretend to be against all this degenerate shit. But if anybody who does degenerate shit wants it to crack off and go viral, all they gotta do is share it on the internet, lives a TikTok, in wokeness, and every other conservative grifter's gonna take that shit and spread it to millions of people. You motherfuckers are the real degenerates because you share the images of disgust all over the internet. Listen, y'all motherfuckers, y'all was fucking loving my shit. Y'all was like, hell yeah, brother. That's right, brother. Feels good to see a black man run game on the left. But let me tell y'all bitch ass niggas something.
I am not your damn brother.
As far as I'm concerned,
not the Major Pain clip. Hey yo, hold up, yo. We gotta cool the chat off. We gotta cool the stream off. We got a little hot in here. Hold on. Robert Banks Super Saiyan. He went full Super Saiyan. Levels over 9,000. Wow.
y'all motherfuckers aren't about anything. You don't stand for nothing. The only thing you stand for is the same type of outrage that the left stands for. You just paint it with a different color crayon. But y'all motherfuckers are the same. This is why I don't fucking vote. This is why I don't fucking exist on none of your sides. This is why I'm Hotep. Because both of y'all motherfuckers are degenerates. Both of y'all motherfuckers are disgusting. Both of y'all motherfuckers grift on outrage. And you're not worth the fucking scintilla. You're not worth a fucking dime. Fuck y'all.
My temperament bipolar, I choose violence. Okay, let's get it up. It's time for him to prove that he's a problem. Niggas clicking up.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I am not your brother. Bring that back. Fuck it. Why not?
Being on the conservative right is like being a cheap-ass hooker because anybody can buy your ass. Black man, if you want reparations, you grab yourself a MAGA hat and an Etsy store because these hoes is ready to fuck. And that's a certified fact. As a matter of fact, T-nigga, you don't even need protection. You don't need the rainbow flag. All you need to do is call yourself Lady MAGA and these motherfuckers will run cover for your ass. Y'all bitch-ass niggas be like, pride this and pride that, but Blair White, check yes please. Y'all motherfucking crackers ain't about shit. Y'all pretend to be against child endangerment. Y'all pretend to be against all this degenerate shit. But if anybody who does degenerate shit wants it to crack off and go viral, all they gotta do is share it on the internet, lives a TikTok, in wokeness, and every other conservative grifter's gonna take that shit and spread it to millions of people. You motherfuckers are the real degenerates because you share the images of disgust all over the internet. Listen, y'all motherfuckers, y'all was fucking loving my shit. Y'all was like, hell yeah, brother. That's right, brother. Feels good to see a black man run game on the left. But let me tell y'all bitch ass niggas something.
I am not your damn brother.
As far as I'm concerned, y'all motherfuckers aren't about anything. You don't stand for nothing. The only thing you stand for is the same type of outrage that the left stands for. You just paint it with a different color crayon. But y'all motherfuckers are the same. This is why I don't fucking vote. This is why I don't fucking exist on none of your sides. This is why I'm Hotep. Because both of y'all motherfuckers are degenerates. Both of y'all motherfuckers are disgusting. Both of y'all motherfuckers grift on outrage. And you're not worth the fucking scintilla. You're not worth a fucking dime. Fuck y'all.
Oh my God. I'm a miss Goldstein July. Robert Banks said he ain't missed this month yet. He has not missed this month at all. He's shooting 100% from the field. Goldstein says, and another thing. So we got Goldstein for Goldstein July. I wish I could keep up with them. I got to try and invoke the spirit of Ali Shakur, yo. Let's see what Goldstein got for us.
I had to clean up on y'all asses one time because it's donor season. Got to make the donors happy. The grift never stops. However, one thing I'd like to add to Strong Dad's message is another way that you woke right weird motherfuckers love to run cover for the alphabet mob in the form of caping for the corporations that just last month was throwing the setup on you motherfuckers like it wasn't shit. Flags flying and some more shit all up in your face, peeing on each other in the streets. Eh? Well, one of the corporations that loved to be proud last month was your precious Lululemon. But the minute some niggas run up out of that bitch with an armful of $300 yoga pants, here y'all come. Our Lululemon. Our precious Lululemon. It's the fall of Western civilization. What is wrong with y'all? That's y'all, too. I got the receipts. Have a nice day.
Yo, that is true. That is true. I noticed the same thing. Pride Month come around, all these corporations. But as soon as some niggas loot these corporations, now all of a sudden y'all on the side of the corporations. As Sonny Johnson said, where are your principles? Ain't nowhere to be found. Y'all don't stand on business. 10 toes and nothing. We need answers. And we need answers ASAP. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Taking up for these corporations. He must have hit legs this morning. Shout out to the fam that took their Flopex today. Time for the Men of Order moment of the day. Men of Order moment of the day brought to you by, of course, menoforder.com. Make sure you get your Apex right now. Just got a wonderful review on Luna or Moon, our sleep aid. Somebody said within 3 days, they started sleeping like a baby. Anyway.
Okay, social.
Let's get to the Men of Water moment of the day. Actually, hold up. Not that one. This one. Let's play this one. This is the longer clip. A lot of people reacting to this one. First of all, her outfit's a no-go for me. The tattoo was bothering me coming down across the chest. Anything, arm to chest is just going to be a no-go for me. What's this thing she got wrapped around her here? What is that? I don't like that. It's not cute.
Balloon for Brian.
Hey, Brian. I love the way you speak, but for me, it was the pants. I don't like the pants too tight.
For me, it's the pants. Them white pants is a no-go, B.
I'm kind of ghetto, too, so I like them a little loose, and that was just it for me.
Okay. How old are you?
34.
34? Mm-hmm. How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3?
Oh, my God. 3 kids, 3 baby daddies? And you want to pop the balloon dating show? Baby, you got to be at home taking care of your kids. This ain't it. You couldn't make it work with any of them? Now you jumping to number 4? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Talk about low value woman. She better not ever be picky about who she dating. You better take them white pants and be happy, sweetheart. 3? Yeah, the trifecta. Oh, I'm disgusted. My stomach is turning.
3 baby daddies. Okay.
I should have said 0. Because it's just me.
You gonna lie to the public?
No, I have 3, but it's just me. I'm a single parent. Okay. There's no...
Whoa, wait a second. 3 niggas ran out on you? Now, I'm not going to excuse niggas for running out on their kids because that's despicable, but if you 0 for 3, that's poor coochie management. That's all that is. You picking the wrong brothers.
No man in my life.
Okay. No man in your life?
Nope.
Why is the reason for there no man in your life?
Well, my first child, his father passed away, and the other 2 are nowhere to be found. So, what can you do?
They do you like that? What's wrong with them?
Something. Only God knows.
Or is there something wrong with you?
Possibly, but I think I'm just fine.
I think you're just fine as well.
Thank you.
Right, but to say that a 41-year-old man is disqualified because of his pants?
You're 41?
I'll be 41 in September.
Okay, because I was like, I thought you said 40.
I'll be 41 in September. That's coming up.
I like it. It's okay for you. It's not my style. With everything going on, I like the pants to be a little baggy, that's all.
Where you from, love?
Kansas City.
Kansas City?
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been out here?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Let's go on over here.
Oh, my God. Kansas City? You can't hold down a man in Kansas? Somebody get Dorothy on the line. Toto, we got a problem. This hoe need a yellow brick road. Can't argue about his age, can't argue about his pants.
Okay, social media?
Social media agent, yes.
Okay, how many kids you have?
I have 2.
Social media agent? That's a red flag. I don't even know why.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
I don't even know why. What the hell is a social media agent? What is that?
How many baby daddies?
2.
2?
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? Okay. Okay.
Why are you upset, sweetheart? This is a train wreck of a lineup. First of all, let's start over here with Cowgirl. Tattoo across the chest, canceled. Right here. Tattoo with the OnlyFans dress on, Fashion Nova dress, Temu dress, canceled. What's this ensemble? I don't even know why. Canceled. Shorty that popped the balloon. She need to cancel everything but her gym membership.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Shorty right here just badly built. There's nothing we could do about that. She got to hit the gym membership. Damn, you know, the dark-skinned queen, she'd have been all right if she ain't had this tattoo on her chest. I like her get up, you know, past knee length, not showing too much skin. I like the dark-skinned one right here. She seems solid. And that's a double entendre.
I was just asking because for real men, that's what matters. Your first one is given. Your second one, the mistake is on you.
Oh, is it? Well, there's
that's definitely right.
under why I got
that's
pregnant.
Definitely
but
right.
That's nor here or there, and that's not what I'm...
Circumstances for why you got pregnant. Them circumstances is your fault. Where's the accountability?
here for.
Okay, definitely. You're a beautiful woman, though.
Thank you.
But I respect your answer.
Thank you.
Okay, so...
The brother got his shit together. I love the way he handles himself in these conversations with these women. Very, very mature. He handled himself very well. 3 baby daddies, 2 baby daddies, and you want a dating show? And Hotep is staying. After your second baby daddy doesn't work out, you're not allowed to date anymore.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
That's it. That's it. We got to commit you to where's the place that they send the nuns? The monastery? Where they send the nuns at? You gotta become a nun after that. It's over. You obviously don't know what you're doing with your coochie. And we can't allow your coochie to just be swinging out all in Hotepistan air, being all loose, and can't pick a man. There's something wrong with you. There's a lot of red flags going on that you can't identify a good man. We need a course in how to pick a good man. This is crazy. Lauren said, just letting anybody shoot up the club? For real. There are circumstances. Circumstances. Haram like said, you want a dick timeout. The cloister, convent. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Send their asses to the convent. Send them to the mountains. They need Jesus. Lord have mercy. We still in the Men of Order segment of the show. This one was disappointing. When I saw this pop up, this is when I knew we lost Uncle Hotep. Hawk Tour, a wholesome soul who deserves the fame. He going to Hotep court for this shit. So here's journalist Uncle Hotep. He in his journalist bag with another think piece. Hawk Tour, known as Haley Witch, is a wholesome young woman who wholly deserves the fame she has garnered. He already on a bad foot. There, I said it. Despite the morality grifters online who argue that Hawk Tour is a sign of America's moral decay, this view is both exaggerated and unfair. The viral video of Hawk Tour is rather tame by today's American standards. Now watch, it's about to get worse. Yeah, throw the coon emojis in the chat. Throw them in the chat. Let's be honest here. We live in a world where Cardi B's WAP, Ice Spice, and even the notorious CIA age asset, Sexy Red, are mainstream. He really put her in juxtaposition to our black queens. This is a level of cooning even Uncle Hotep couldn't aspire to. Matter of fact, I just saw a video of a grown-ass man in the city of brotherly love rubbing out on an innocent woman's leg inside a Dollar Tree. Please, for the love of God, bring back the German Shepherds and water hoses. You forgot the end of the parenthesis there, Unc. Hawk Tour's statements about what she would do to keep her significant other wouldn't cause a moral panic from the 1970s to now. Even episodes of Married with Children were raunchier than her comments. The intense reactions online seem more fitting for the 1950s. We got to bring the 50s back. Y'all want to take America back to a time you never lived in and only saw in movies. Old glory days, asses. Hawk Tour is not promoting degeneracy, starting OnlyFans, or engaging in scandalous behavior. She appears to be humble, even shedding tears at an event she was paid $30,000 to attend. $30,000? Isn't stumbling onto fame and fortune part of the American dream? No, that's not Uncle Hotep. Stumbling onto it? No, you work for the American dream. You don't stumble upon it for going to Hawk Tour. The American people see a good soul in Hawk Tour, which is why her 15 minutes of fame had the potential to stretch into a life-changing career. All of the issues that can be pointed to as signs of the West's moral decline, singling out a sweet Southern girl who has been catapulted to fame seems cheap and intellectually lazy. The real issues run much deeper than that. Y'all, if he don't win Coon of the Year at the Grifties, go vote for Uncle Hotep at the Grifties. This is unseen levels of grifting, unseen levels of cooning, even for Uncle Hotep. He's going to court tonight for this. Got to. More on Hawk Tour. Let's see what the streets got to say about Hawk Tour.
We are not thinking, why is the Hawk Tour girl making this much money and we have not seen this bitch suck near dick yet? She ain't put a lick of meat in her mouth. She just told us about a technique. And when you really a head getter, you already know that the Hawk Tour is only one of 5 steps. That is just like the prerequisites for some slop. So until that video drop, why is this bitch making some money? Why? Why is she making all this money? Exactly. And y'all just sitting up here letting her and booking this bitch suck some dick so we can see what you really got going on. Then a nigga might, you might be able to validate them paychecks, girl. For real. Are you a throat goat ready to go the distance? Or are you a false prophet ready to choke? We are not thinking.
Now that is the correct take. If there's gonna be a take, notice I haven't covered this Hawk Tour thing on my show. Lauren said, man, HJ, you sound like Trump promising to put Hillary in jail if he gets in office. Hawk needs to go to Hotep jail. I don't know how we gonna pull this off, but damn. This is the correct take. Anything other than that, I can't accept. I just cannot accept it. If you're going to go in Hawk Tour, you got to go all in. I totally agree. He made some points, Nine Lives. He made some points. Nine Lives, I got some good news for you. I got 12 bars. I wrote them last night. Got 12 bars on that track. I'm going to write like 10 verses, though. I'm going to write like 10 verses and pick the best one. Like a professional would. Today's goal is $30. We need, now we need, this would be 5 people for $5 or 3 people for $10 to reach our goal. Shout out Jabari, do the first one. First rule of the game, men pay more for what they don't know /see.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Talk to him, Jabari. Talk to him. Anyway, time for everybody's favorite segment, Grifter of the Day. Grifter of the Day is brought to you by Grifties, America's favorite award show. Go to grifties.com and nominate your favorite grifter or vote. Make sure you vote for me, Hotep Jesus, at grifties.com. Speaking of grifters, we've been talking about Boule Negroes for some time now. We talked about Kamala Harris and her antics at the BET Awards where she said they not like us, which wasn't convincing at all. And what we said was, you're right, we're not like you because you are part of the Boule. And not even a week later, here she is. Kamala Harris. At first, I thought this was photoshopped. I was like, is this Photoshop? Is this her real account? I had to do all the verifications to verify it wasn't AI. It says right here, throughout our history, the leaders of Alpha Kappa, Alpha sorority, have stood up, spoken out, and done the work to fight for the promise of America while building a brighter future for our nation. It was an honor to join my sisters in Dallas today for the 71st Boule. It's right there. It's right there. They're not hiding it. This is a real thing. This is the Black Boule. This is a real thing. When people talk about opinions of black people, especially the red wokes, the woke right, when they talk about the opinions of black people, they're talking about these people. They don't know it. They're not familiar with the Black Boule. When we say Black Boule, we mean it. It's not some made up thing. This is real. Here they are. The Black Boule, bunch of women. They're the ones that hold together that shitty ass concept of democracy. They're the ones that are keeping black minds beholden to the Democratic Party. They're the ones ruining our communities. We're going to show you some clips from our community standing up against their policies, the Black Boule policies. But this is a real thing. And I had to make sure y'all saw this. Shout out to Jabari, super producer, feeding this good content to the show. But this is disgusting. Our Boule has sold us out. We've been sold out. What does Boule mean exactly? Boule is, it sounds French. I believe it's, what do they call it? Them Louisiana folk, them black Louisiana folk. So Google says boule, a metal ball used in French games of boules, a round loaf of crusty bread. That's what they is. They crusty. But boule is more like, yeah, bourgeoisie for black people. That's correct. That's what that is. Creole, thank you. That's the Creole folk. This comes from the Creole people. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? But these are the people. I'm going to show you some more boule. I'm going to show you some more boule here. And how retarded they sound when they step in front of the microphone in Congress. Jamie, play the tape.
Hypotheticals. It is under attack right now, right here with this very bill. Republicans want to throw up barriers because when people vote, they lose. Let me be clear. They don't want you to vote. They don't want to hear black voices, brown voices, LGBTQIA voices, young voices. Our fundamental access to our democracy is being politicized.
Uh-oh, Angelia just broke it down. So essentially, they're white bread with a tan.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Boom. Boom. You see how that just goes 360 right there? Damn.
And this xenophobic attack that we're debating today will make it harder for Americans to vote. My Republican colleagues will claim that requiring IDs is a small ask, but nearly 30 million people lack a valid driver's license, and about 15 to 18 million adults don't have access to documents proving their birth or citizenship. Americans don't need more obstacles. It's already hard enough. That's why I'm proud of hypotheticals.
We got more. We got more. How about the brother Hakeem Jeffries? We're going to put all these boule Negroes up on the screen so y'all can see him clear as day. How about Hakeem Jeffries? What did he have to say about people voting?
Only citizens can vote for the United States Senate. Only citizens can vote for the presidency of the United States. So this extreme MAGA Republican voter suppression bill is not designed to solve any problem on behalf of the American people. It is designed to jam people up and prevent Americans from voting. The extreme MAGA Republican voter suppression representatives, only citizens.
So they still running with the whole, you know, people can't get a driver's license, people can't get ID. This is what they running with. Democrats cannot be trusted. They cannot be trusted. We got more. Spotless with the $10 holler.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Send that one with the dead baby daddy to the Spotless Mind Monastery of Cleanliness off the coast of Hotepistan. Vinegar water baths, gym and cooking classes. Basically auntie training.
Oh, this a real Hotep
I love it. I love it. Spotless gonna get them cleaned up. Knuckle Brew, $5 holler, and Boule bootlicking, Flopex 2024. Talk to him, brother. Jabari do the $10 holler. The Boule Society was created by the ancient Greeks when they conquered African nations. They took the richest black families and put them in charge of the administration duties in the new Greek colonies.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Boom. Talk to him, Jabari. Rob question mark member for 5 months. Last few shows of Purifier. Candy definitely listening. You think Candy's listening? Shout out to my people on Rumble. I see you, Jiminy Cricket. Can't be trusted. Cannot be trusted. Let's go to another House rep, Joseph Morell. Can't be trusted.
For Republicans is for them to lay the groundwork to undermine the outcome of the presidential election just as they did 4 years ago, just as they will again and again until they realize either the futility of this exercise or the republic crumbles. I pray for the former. Democrats, for Republicans...
What? Let's go to Jennifer McClellan. Jennifer McClellan got something to say. I think they said something like 178 Democrats voted against this bill.
This bill is essentially a poll tax because I am not aware of a single proof of citizenship document that does not cost an individual money to get it.
There's definitely some of that white bread with crusty skin.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Unless we are requiring every state to provide one for free, and then it's an unfunded mandate. This is the 2024 version of the Jim Crow poll tax, and we should vote against it.
They always reach back to Jim Crow and the 1950s and all this garbage, trying to invoke the fear that is attached to the stories and events of the yesteryear, the ones that have been embedded in our minds by Hollywood and entertainment. They use fear to try and control us. They use fear to try to keep us beholden to the system and the Democratic Party. It's absolutely disgusting. You know, our ancestors went through a lot during Jim Crow. They went through a lot during the Civil Rights Movement. And for you to try and compare something that is destroying black communities to them is a disgrace, and you should burn in hell. Francisco Sanchez Jr., $10 holler.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Says, migrants don't have to vote. The census will count them along with citizens to increase congressional seats and possibly add electoral votes to blue areas. Dems will say that is a conspiracy. This is true. This is true. Shout out to the good folk for allowing us to hit our goal today. We appreciate you. I just wonder, how do black people feel about these illegal immigrants in our neighborhoods? What are they saying? What are the people on the ground saying? The people that aren't a part of the Boule. Shout out to Stephen Williams. I hate how they play on our emotions and fears. Boule traitors.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Exactly. Can't stand it. But what happens when you're not a part of the Boule? What's happening there? gathering. They're deep. So what's happening in this video? Breaking. Over 600 black residents showed up in Chicago to protest their youth program being closed to house illegal immigrants. And they got the kids out here dressed up in their football uniforms, etc., etc. 600, they deep. The kids can't even enjoy their youth program. We're talking about a city that has been decimated by policies directly from the Barack Obama administration. Supposedly Chicago's his home, but he doesn't act like it. Absolutely decimated by gang violence. Absolutely decimated by gun violence. Gun violence is primarily falls at the feet of the Barack Obama administration. I talked about this before. Operation Fast and Furious, where the El Chapo cartel, the Sinaloa cartel, was given carte blanche in Chicago. Democrats are the greatest enemy to black people since I would say since King Leopold and the Belgian Ma'afa. If you don't know about that, go look that up. King Leopold and the Belgian Ma'afa on the continent of Africa, particularly in Congo. You want to know why the Congo looks the way it does? You got to go back in history. So while the youth have been completely obliterated due to the Democratic policies continue in the form of illegal immigration, dumping them off again in black neighborhoods, primarily black neighborhoods, urban neighborhoods as they like to call them. And now the youth have their programs canceled in favor of illegal immigrants. This is the great replacement theory right in front of your face. You thought the great replacement theory was only for the white folk? You thought it was only for the cracker? No, it was for niggas too. But they'll get up there in Congress. They'll get up there at the 71st Boule and swear they're doing something for black people. But you know, the truth is, Marx was right. Karl Marx was right. This upper middle class, the bourgeoisie, as he would call them, the bourgeoisie have an attitude of elitism where they look down on working class folk. And the Boule don't care about black people. They pretend to, they use them, but they don't care about black folk. They look down on the everyday rank and file black folks, working class black folk. They look down on them with disgust. They have the same attitude as Republicans. Why don't you pull yourself up by the bootstraps? Same exact attitude. And while they sit in their cushy upper middle class homes, while they have their wonderful meetings and their wonderful conferences and their Essence Fest, and they're eating all that good food, and they use these events like Essence Fest, which Joe Budden called the DNC Fest. I'm sorry, Joe Budden called the BET Awards the DNC Awards because they used the BET Awards as well. So Essence Fest, BET Awards, all to push the Democratic agenda. The Democratic agenda, which is the worst thing black people have seen since King Leopold's Ma'afa in the Belgian Congo.
I wish all the black people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the white people were as smart as Hotep Jesus. And I wish all the Hispanics were as smart as Hotep Jesus. Because that guy, he really gets it. He knows how to boil it down.
This is nasty. Joe Biden says, have you read this? Says Project 2025. And when we open up the website, what does it say right here in bold letters? Trump allies 920-page plan to give Trump more power over your daily life. gut the Democratic checks and balances, and consolidate power in the Oval Office. This is what you call dirty politics. When we talk about dirty politics, it doesn't get much dirtier than this. Project 2025, Sonny's already broken that down and show how Project 2025 is actually an enemy to Trump and an enemy to all the orange people, is an enemy to all of MAGA. Obviously, it's an enemy to Democrats. As you can see here, their democratic checks and balances is against democracy, as it should be. Democracy is a terrible concept. But what's the play here? The play here is they sent Taraji P. Henson out on the stage at the DNC Awards, told him to go Google Project 2025. And then they launched on JoeBiden.com this page about Project 2025 to mislead people, to pin Project 2025 on Donald Trump. And they're very specific here. They say Project 2025 is the plan by Donald Trump's MAGA Republican allies. So they don't say it's Donald Trump's plan. They're specific and they're saying it's allies. But technically they're not his allies. We know in Trump's first administration, he complained about all the people backstabbing him. And throughout this document, what they do is they talk about, actually, no, it was another article I was reading. They were talking about all the people in Trump's administration with close ties to Project 2025. But we know from Trump's first administration that there were a lot of snakes in his administration. Many of them backstabbed Trump. They weren't properly vetted. And I'm afraid the same thing's going to happen to Trump again if he's not careful. These Project 2025 people will use his administration to usurp power, not only from the Democrats, but also from MAGA and MAGA Republicans. But this is nasty work. I mean, because if you really dug into the details, you'd know, as Sonny Johnson has discussed, this has nothing to do with Trump. Project 2025 is an enemy to Trump. But they wanted to make sure that they could exacerbate the lie, cover up the truth. That's really what this is. They're trying to cover up the truth and mislead people by publishing this report because this had not existed prior. They want to cover up the real truth. The truth from the Project 2025 people themselves. Project 2025 themselves say right here, we are not affiliated with former President Donald Jerome Trump. Myths versus facts about Project 2025. So while Biden and his team run lies to deceive people, the truth is right here from Project 2025 themselves. No Toe says Project 2025 is a Trojan horse for the neocons to fully recapture the GOP, go back to the good old days of 2000 and 2008 Bush-era Republicans.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
There you go. Somebody said, doesn't the left have Project 2030? Let's take a look. Uh-oh, there it is. Project 2030. Clean energy. This is the carbon tax initiative, probably, more than likely. You know, charge you to breathe, move you to technology that'll just further destroy the planet. You know what powers Project 2030? You know what powers clean energy and all of this stuff? Africa, African resources. Because that's what you need, the cobalt, et cetera, to more African slaves to push their clean energy agenda, which is technically it's not even clean energy. They claim it is, but it's not when you dive into the details. Francisco Sanchez Jr., $10 holla. It says Dems and most Republicans use politics and culture to keep most Americans captured. More slaves in America post the Civil Rights Act than before it, by far.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
There it is. There it is. That's nasty work. When I saw that, I was like, oh my God. They really just created a lie and then published it on the website so that when people Googled it, they can get that to pop up on the front page. Look, I'll show you right here. This is right there. So when you type in Project 2025, you get two results. First one is project2025.org. What is the second result? The Joe Biden Project. So they just had the call to action. Go Google it. When you Google it, you'll have Project 2025, and then you'll have the lie right on the front page right there. Nasty work. They'll do anything, man. They will just lie. That's the one thing about politics, man. It comes with deception and lies. Absolutely nasty work. We got more on this. Let's go to the Super Dap Dap of the day. Super Dap Dap of the day brought to you by Super Dap AI. Follow them over on X, aka Twitter. Super Dap AI, that's 2 P's AI. And go follow them, a leader in social fi, the brainchild of the Syscoin project. Real quick before we get into the next story. Inflation's down. It's below, according to the new statistics. In fact, let me see if I can pull that report up here for you. But Marcus Watkins pointed this out earlier. Here it is right here. So Mohammed El Arian says U.S. CPI inflation came in lower than consensus forecasts across the board. Monthly headline inflation for June was negative 0.1. The consensus forecast was 0.1, bringing the annual measure down to 3%. Core came in at 0.1% and 3.3%. This will encourage markets to increase the probability of a September rate cut by the Federal Reserve. Everybody knows, I told you before the elections come, they're going to cut the interest rates. The EU has already cut interest rates. And as I said here, my guess is we have until September to load those crypto bags before the rate cut, and then boom, moon. So that's my guess. Okay, it's just a guess. Do your own research, not financial advice. I'll bring up a chart here really fast so you guys will see what my prediction looks like. But what I'm looking for is 100% gains when the rate cut hits. Okay. So let's bring this chart up on your screen. So this is the Syscoin chart right here. And you see right here in March, we got highs of 34 cents on Syscoin, right? 34 cents. This is when crypto was booming earlier this year. And then a whole bunch of stuff happened. The big boys jumped in. Recently, Germany dumped a whole bunch of Bitcoin bags. And so now here we are, 2024, right? Okay, cool. So we got the dump, right? And now, I love dumps, by the way. If you guys know investing, you always buy low, right? Buy low, sell high. So right now we're looking at about 11 cents on Syscoin. So what I am saying is that if you load up on bags here, again, do your own research, not financial advice. But hypothetically speaking, if you load up on your bags here and we get those rate cuts, and crypto markets recover, we're talking about 100% gains at 20 cents and 200% at 30 cents. This to me is an easy play. It's a no-brainer. Cop you some sis, and then you come back when the rate cuts hit and you say, thank you, Hotep Jesus. You are...
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Again, not financial advice. Do your own research. No guarantees. Shout out to Syscoin. I love a good micro cap. I love a good micro cap. That's where you really get the gains. Bitcoin, you can get some gains, but the micro caps are where the money is. Now, when it comes to politics and voting, I have a particular opinion about it. Strong Data has a particular opinion about it. But Ari visited, had an interview with Tucker, and here's what he said.
If you don't vote, you're not allowed to complain.
Do you think the system is corrupt?
Yeah.
Participation in the system is you co-signing the system. It doesn't matter which side you're voting on. They both lie to you. Two-party only possibilities, which is what they're revolting in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Here's your two possible choices only. Just saying, okay, well, I'll take this one, is you saying, yeah, this system, I agree with it. And I don't agree with the system.
I'm sympathetic to what you're saying. I'm actually not dismissing you out of hand because I think you're making a pretty solid point. The problem, though, is it could get to a point where they show up at your house. If you don't vote, you're not allowed to complain.
It's, I like both sides of the argument because you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you do vote, you're basically consenting to the system. If you don't vote and a bunch of other people do, you could have a system that's just taken over by a party that you just would not like. The sad part is, like Strong Dad pointed out, the Republicans and Michael Miles has said his Republicans or conservatives are just liberals doing progressivism at, doing the speed limit. So it's, again, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So that's the clever part about this beast. Either way, they got you by the balls. If you do vote, they're like, aha, you believe in the system. If you don't vote, it's like, well, somebody else is going to take control of the ship that you might not like. But as any good political strategist would say, don't focus on the presidential elections. Focus on your local elections. Focus on those congressional seats. The power is in Congress. The power is in Congress, particularly House Speaker. But we don't have much say-so on House Speaker. But if you have a good crop of people, or Speaker of the Senate, right? If you have a good crop of people, then it increases your likelihood of getting somebody who, gets to decide what bills actually go on the table. So, Angelia says Ari is an honorary Hotep Jewif. Shout out to my Hotep Jews.
Hotep.
Angelia says, I sometimes wonder if I don't vote, someone will vote for me like they do for dead people. I like to go with George Carlin's take, where they say, if you don't vote, you can't complain. And he's like, no, that doesn't make sense. If I don't vote, I can complain because it's not me that voted for the assholes in power. That's you. So I get to complain about what you created. And I think that's a better way of looking at the situation. But you're all adults. Make your own decision. But remember, focus on local. Focus on local. Focus on those House seats. Focus on those Senate seats. And don't let them get you trapped in the duopoly, the binary system, and the presidential election. Presidential election is important. It's not as important as your local elections. Let's head to phone lines. Text Hotep your name to 202-596-5631. We'll be right back after the short, brief commercial break.
Envision a sanctuary where community and sustainability are the cornerstones of living. In this haven, every family is able to grow their own food, children flourish through homeschooling tailored to unlock their full potential, and education extends beyond textbooks, instilling self-worth and a deep understanding of the world around them. Here, goodwill isn't just an ideal, it's the essence of daily life, where respect for law and order harmonizes with the community's resourcefulness. This place isn't just a dream, it's a call to action for everyone who believes in a better, more connected way of living. Join us in building a future where each individual's contributions create a tapestry of enduring harmony and prosperity. Join us in Hotepistan.
We got Goldstein on the line. Goldstein, what's happening, bro? Happy Hotep Thursday.
Happy Hotep Thursday. Happy Goldstein July.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Let me tell you. Well, let's start with Mrs. 3 for 3.
Okay.
Break out the motherfucking sewing needle and thread, because we're sewing that bitch's shit up.
Oh, this a real Hotep.
You sewing the coochie up?
Sewing it up. She ain't doing nothing with it. She ain't doing shit with it.
Nothing productive, at least.
Nope. Just go ahead and sew that motherfucker up. Get it up out the way. It's become a public nuisance.
Oh, my God. Whew.
Now, listen. Haktua, she's got a lot of motherfucking attention on her for a lot of different reasons. But I don't think enough attention is paid to the fact that she fucks with niggas.
That's true.
Because if that was the case, she wouldn't have half the run she has right now. I think they might have missed that in briefing.
She's got that influence.
Man.
And her vocabulary, you can tell. She said it.
Yeah, she said it. I love you, Pookie. That's as nigga as it gets. Right? Now let all these motherfucking country thunder NASCAR ass motherfuckers sit back down and refocus on that cake and watch how fast she disappears.
Man, if she end up, if they check the cold facts and she don't come back clean, it's gonna be over.
Over. As far as these motherfucking Boule niggas, there were 71 of them shits.
71.
71. If there's a 72nd, we ain't serious as a people.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
You allow them motherfuckers to get off on you a 72nd time, you deserve what the fuck you get.
It's gonna be one. It's gonna be one.
Motherfuckers should find out where that shit is right now and have 900 black Israelites standing out in front of that bitch.
It definitely needs a counter protest.
Something.
Yeah.
Not enough people know about it, I guess, but goddamn it, people need to start knowing about it. Fuck all this protesting Project 2025 and protesting these goddamn T people. Fuck all that, because that's gotten us nowhere except mad.
Got to protest our own issues. Yep.
That's right. We need to be out in front of that 72nd motherfucking venue, kicking the doors in on that bitch. Right?
Facts.
Shit is ridiculous. Now, you got to be weary of people who try and lower the system instead of elevating the people to meet it.
You got to
so all this fucking. You got to be very weary of people who try and lower the entire system instead of elevating the people to meet where the system is at.
Right.
So all this talk about, oh, they don't have IDs and this many millions of motherfuckers don't have the right paperwork to do X, Y, and Z. Where in the fuck are you on the off season in the 3 years leading up to the presidential election telling motherfuckers to get out and get a fucking driver's license.
Right.
You don't see those movements.
Or some form of ID. Right.
Right. And you need that shit for far more than you need it for fucking voting.
Correct.
All right. But you don't never see those drives and movements and shit. You don't never see motherfuckers get out talking about wearing a t-shirt, talking about rock the driver's license, rock the DMV. You don't see that. All right. So when it comes crunch time, they want to lower the system down to meet all those fucking worthless motherfuckers who couldn't figure out how to get a goddamn ID instead of bringing them up.
Facts.
Do they really care about those people? Hell motherfucking no. The proof is in the pudding right there. Because we only want you to have that shit for what we want you to have the shit for, not for anything you might actually need it for. It's ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure you need that for your government assistance programs. I'm pretty sure you need an ID when you go down to the welfare office.
Man, you need ID, some more shit, right? They all up in your shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you notice that when they were in Congress talking about, here's how many people that don't have ID, they didn't say black people. They didn't say lower income people. They didn't say none of that. They just said people total.
Right. It's ridiculous. Look, if you ain't got no fucking ID, you don't need to be voting anyway. If you don't know where the DMV is, you don't need to be voting. We don't need your vote.
Real Hotep brother.
That's a good point. If you can't get ID, you don't need to be voting.
That's right. They want them simple motherfuckers in there to vote for the simple bullshit that they feed them.
Correct.
Which leads me to my final point. You can vote. You cannot vote. You can do whatever it is you want to do. But there's only one solution that I've seen throughout history that has actually worked to get the government in compliance, and that's force. You got to force their ass into compliance. It don't really matter who the fuck you put in there. You could put the most liberal, left-leaning, fruitcake motherfucker imaginable in that motherfucking seat. Mm-hmm. But even he will bend when it comes to fear. And there's not enough of that being pumped into these motherfuckers. They fear nothing. That's why they lie to you so blatantly. They're comfortable with it. They lie to you. Oh, look at what Trump did, Project 2025, knowing goddamn well that that's not the case. But the reason why they're so blatant with it is because they have no fear of the people that they're lying to.
Correct.
All right. That is how you get a system.
Yeah, fear is a great motivator.
Yeah, that's how you get the system in order. That's how you do it. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean fear for their lives, although in some instances, I'm sure that's probably warranted.
But at least their livelihood. At least their livelihood, right? Like fear of losing a job. At least the livelihood.
Right. That's right. And they need more things attached to their job performance. So what I would propose, if I was a motherfucker who was able to do such, is that I would propose that you have a performance scale as a politician, to where if you don't meet certain requirements, not only does it put your job as that politician in jeopardy, but it also puts in jeopardy certain aspects of your personal life. Right? So like you lose money behind that shit, or you might lose your ability to invest, or you might lose your ability to fucking, I don't know, go shopping. Shit like that.
I get what you're saying.
Right? Just incentive-based performance if you're a politician. And it doesn't always have to be that way. It can just be that way for a generation. You can write it into law right now. This will only last for 20 to 25 years, but everybody who serves as a civil servant in this span of time, these are the motherfucking marks you have to meet as a politician. Otherwise, these are the things you lose. And they need more people up there at the office checking the documents and looking all in the paperwork. Now let me ask you. You have employees under you, but I'm sure you've also been an employee, and you know there's certain things that people who are your boss or whatever will do by way of checking how well you're working for them, correct?
Yeah.
Now, go to your local congressman by yourself with a group of 10 people. Go up to that building where they work, ask to see them, and watch how many hoops you got to jump through just to do that. And then, if you were able to do that, ask to see what he's been working on for the past, 90 days.
Right.
Let me see the paperwork. Let me go over this. Let me read some shit and see if you're able to pull that off. And then ask yourself, when you see that you're not able to pull that off, damn, are they working for me or am I working for them?
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Facts. I mean, every other job you have KPIs, you have performance reviews, and that's why
right.
government is very inefficient, because it doesn't operate like the private sector.
Man, yeah, these motherfuckers just need to bully these motherfuckers. If that's the case, if the 10 people you bring with you don't work, bring 10. Each of y'all bring 10, and then each of them bring 10. Until there's like 10,000 motherfuckers up there saying, "Let me see the paperwork, bitch."
Right.
I bet you they do it eventually, though.
It's got to be some repercussions.
Right.
Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate you. See you tonight.
Yes, sir. Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill. Goldstein with another round of valuable takes. Gems on top of gems on top of gems. Let's get Strong Dad in here. We got Spotless waiting as well. Gonna make our rounds with the callers here. We're gonna have to talk about this Jonathan Major situations with Michael Ealy. I was gonna put it into the Men of Order section, but we're gonna get to this. We're gonna talk about this. Somebody in the chat mentioned it, and we gotta talk about it. Why is Popeye trending?
Call from
Strong Dad.
Strong Dad, what's happening, bro?
What up, man? Unc needs charges. He needs charges.
Unc needs charges? I agree.
Like what? Listen. Every single nigga that does the slightest thing out of decorum, and he's bringing out the German Shepherds to protect Walgreens. You know what I'm saying? He's going hard. A white woman breathes in the air and somebody say her breast stink, and he automatically come to save her. This is excessive. Where is this pressure coming from? Where is this pressure coming from?
It's cooning. That's what it is. It's cooning.
Oh my God.
To its highest degree. I'm gonna have to charge him tonight.
Be killing me if he's not found guilty. Oh my God, my wife. You know how hard it is to convince my wife to like this nigga. She does not like this nigga. I'm like, no, you got to understand. It's like, it's a juxtaposition. He's playing a character. I can only say that so many times, man. I can only say that so many times.
This time was out of bounds. You know what he's doing, right? He engagement farming.
Elon Bucks.
Yep, you got it.
Elon Bucks. Yeah.
Elon Bucks. Yep. He grifted.
He was like, "Oh, that check wasn't big enough. I know what I need to do."
He's trying to follow the ZV Bear University of Grift.
Come back to us, please, man. Come back. Just a little bit of cooning is okay. We can laugh about it, but this is excessive, man. A think piece. This a coon think piece, my nigga.
Coon think piece.
Oh my gosh! But listen, I got a question. I actually got a question.
Okay.
So I was talking to my wife today, and she's younger than me. I'm 37. I'm in my later 30s, and she's in her 20s, and she's going through her life changes right now, and I'm having a difficulty explaining the difference between your life changes in your 20s and the life changes as you're approaching 40. And like what that looks like, because we're talking and she's like, I'm going through all these changes and I'm just trying to figure these things out correctly. And like you don't really like, I know like you are busy and you're doing X, Y, and Z, you're trying to get us land and all this, so you're probably not thinking about your changes as much. And I'm like, whoa, I am, but they're different. They look different at this age than they do at your age. And I'm, I don't know if I'm touching on something that's right or if I'm touching on something that's wrong and I'm not reviewing my changes well enough, because to me it feels like I'm in the time where I'm creating the foundation for the next set of changes. And when I was younger, I was creating I was creating the foundation for a foundation, to build a foundation. You know what I mean? And I know you're what, like 5-6 years older than me. So I feel like you're progressing. I've seen you progress through these changes since the show has started.
Yeah.
So, or since I came across you. So I just kind of want to know, like, how would I explain things like that? Or am I not looking at it? And
the greatest teacher is time. And you can't really explain to somebody in their 20s what they'll realize in their 30s, because when you hit 40 and you look back at your 20s, you laugh about those problems because you got new problems. And those old problems don't seem, you're going to be like, oh my God, I was really worried about that shit. Like those problems don't mean shit. Like the 20-year-old problems don't mean shit in comparison to as you grow, as you get older, as they say, more money, more problems. Your child gets older, those relationships begin to change. Your interests begin to change. There's not really any, when I talk to 20-year-olds and, some of the younger brothers hit me up for advice, and I'd be like, bro, just keep going. Just keep going. Because the shit you complaining about right now ain't even no real problems. When you get of age, you're going to look back at these times and you're going to laugh at yourself like, damn, I can't believe I was worried about that. So you kind of got to, and the other thing is there's nothing you can really say. You got to just let people go through those problems, because those problems
I was feeling.
They help shape you. They make you the person you are in your 30s and your 40s. So you got to allow her to go through those problems. That's part of growing.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling. I was like, maybe there isn't really a way to articulate it, because I remember in my 20s trying to, out-talk people who are approaching 40, telling them, oh, we the same in this aspect, or, oh, no, this is really what it is. Like, and then looking back on that, even now, as I review the things I'm changing with now, I think about, oh, I really held that belief. I really thought like that. And so, yeah, I get it. Maybe it's just not a way to articulate that, besides just being there for that person. But then my second question is, how best would you prescribe being there for someone as they make those changes? Like,
you just got to be an ear. You got to be an ear and not a mouth.
Okay.
All ears, no lips. Pause. Just in case.
All right.
Just let them dump on you.
All right. I respect that. I understand that.
They need to vent, and really venting is a purging of congested energy, and it needs to leave the body somehow. So being an ear, and the shoulder rubs, the back rubs, the hugs, the kisses, all of that stuff helps. But just be all ears, no lips.
Okay.
Unless they got a question, right? Unless they got a question or they ask for feedback, then you give feedback. But other than that, just be all ears.
Okay. All right. I respect that. That makes sense, especially because I'm a serial advice giver. So I feel like sometimes I'm doing too much in that aspect.
Yeah.
So, that makes sense.
Yeah, when you'll learn about that. I'm the same way. I used to be a serial advice giver, and I just be listening to people like, oh, word? Really? Okay. And if they don't ask, I don't tell. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
That's all, man. That's all I got. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
All right, man. Happy Hotep Thursday. Happy Goldstein July.
Happy Goldstein July. Happy Hotep Thursday. Everybody be here tonight to charge Unc and send this nigga to the gulag.
Facts.
Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill. And y'all better make sure he guilty tonight. Spotless about to call in. Y'all better make sure. Rules for the call-ins. Don't call in to agree. Make sure you add something new. Get to the point. You got 60 seconds or I'm going to hang up on you. Questions are best. Call in and ask me some questions. I got a lot of wisdom to depart on you. Especially business. Especially business. Ask me your business questions. I love those the most. Let's go to the phone calls.
Call from
Spotless.
Spotless, what's happening, bro?
What's going on, my brother?
Not much. Happy Hotep Thursday.
I will say, I won't say today.
Okay.
And
and
that was the one M. The funny thing is, I texted you. I want to call in. That was right after you closed the phones yesterday. So I was surprised when you said I got Spotless on the line. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, all right. Anyway, what I was thinking, right? My question, because me and the wife, we was watching that Pop the Balloon episode last night. We watched like half of it while the baby was asleep.
Okay.
So we laughing. So I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, we need like a reacclimation, some type of boot camp, because there's a lot of people left behind in these situations where they make these mistakes, or I don't want to say mistakes, but they make these choices like early in life. Like one of the mothers was one of the women up there she was 41, and her oldest was like 25. The next one was like 18, and the other one was like 12. That was the dark skinned one in the middle.
Mm.
So, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, some of these women, like, if you should be allowed. You should be able to date. You should have something. You should have a pool to choose from. But it's just that they so misguided. They looking for like a $200,000 a year nigga that's 6'5" and 30 years old, and it's like that's not realistic. But also, we shouldn't cast them aside and just act like, you know, like, hey, you shouldn't. You like let's just cast them aside and forget about you. You out the dating pool forever, because it's not. I feel like it's not fair. Like, you know what I mean?
They need a timeout at least.
They do need it. Well, I mean, they might have had a timeout in between. I don't know.
If
but
you on
like,
your second deadbeat baby daddy, you need a 5-year timeout. You can't open your legs to no man for 5 years. You got to get yourself.
I agree.
You need one of them ladies retreats where they do yoga and breathe the air of Peru or some shit. You need a therapist. You need to chill the fuck out. You need a retreat. They need to find themselves.
Yeah, that's why I super chatted the Spotless Monastery of Cleanliness.
Yes.
And for starters, we could send that one in the orange. And I'll deal with a 1-to-1 first, and then I'll see how it go. We run it through a
well. They have these programs. They have them for young girls. What is that? They do this in Britain. What's the school? What's the school? Etiquette class or some shit like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they teach women how to be ladies. That's missing. And I think that needs to be a part of the culture of schooling. How to be a lady, you know? That should be a K through 12 program, probably 8th grade to 12th grade. How to be a lady. I would say probably earlier. I would say maybe kindergarten or third is how to be a lady. You got to get it early, you know, how a girl should act.
Because I'm looking at my baby daughter now, and I'm like, yo, it's so much that I know she going to need to learn. And, like, you see how quickly, well, you got a baby, you got daughters, so you know how quickly they grow up. They learn, and I'm like, yo, we have to establish a protocol for this baby. I was like, she ain't going to be popping no balloons. So we laughing about it. But that's all. I just wanted to know what you thought might be a good protocol for re-education in these
Charm school.
wayward people.
Charm school, that's what it's called. Charm school. These hoes need charm school.
You got to bring the show back with Monique.
Yeah.
All right, peace. That's all I got. I'm about to step into this meeting.
Yo, Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill, peace.
Heather said that's anti-feminist. You damn right it is. These women need like that old school British charm school shit. You know? AKA finishing school. You guys also said that in the chat. Charm school or finishing school provided young women with training in the social graces. What does it say here? A finishing school focuses on teaching young women social graces and upper class cultural rights as preparation for entry into society. Entry into society. The name reflects the fact that it follows ordinary school and is intended to complete a young woman's education by providing classes primarily on deportment. What is deportment? Okay. Behavior. Yes. Etiquette and other non-academic subjects. The school may offer an intensive course or a one-year program. In the United States, a finishing school is sometimes called a charm school. Graham Donald claims that the educational ladies' salons of the 19th century led to the formal finishing institutions common in Switzerland around that time. At the school's peak, thousands of wealthy young women were sent to one of the dozens of finishing schools available. The primary goals of such institutions were to teach students the skills necessary to attract a good husband. A good husband, not a husband, a good husband, and to become interesting socialites and wives. The 1960s marked the decline of finishing school worldwide. This decline can be attributed to the shifting conceptions of women's role in society. So feminism killed the finishing school, to succession issues within the typical family-run schools, and sometimes to commercial pressures driven by the high value of the properties that the schools occupied. The 1990s saw a revival of the finishing school, although the business model was radically altered. I saw a young woman the other day, popped up on my For You tab. She was like, why can't I get a man? No, I think she said, why can't I find a husband? That was her correct, her exact words. Why can't I find a husband? So I clicked on her images, I clicked on her profile, and her profile had an Instagram account. And I said, well, that's a red flag. You got an Instagram account. Anyone with an Instagram account is not wife material. So I click on her Instagram account, go to her Instagram account, and it's all skin. And what popped into my mind was, if you want to find a husband, on social media particularly, dress like a wife.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
If you want to find a boyfriend, well, dress like a hoe. If you want to date, dress like a hoe. Have all your skin and your booty out. But if you want to find a husband, you dress like a wife. You act like a wife. You don't act like hot girl summer. See, there's women out here doing hot girl summer talking about, I'm going to find myself a husband. No, you're going to find yourself a baby daddy or a fling, a one night stand. That's what you're going to find. Melissa says, but if you dress conservatively, you're ignored. No. It's called filtering. You'll be ignored by ain't shit men. But men that are about something, men that will be good husbands, will not ignore you. And see, that's the thing. We're going based upon volume or quantity and not quality.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
So you think you're being ignored, but really what you're doing is you're filtering out the garbage. So you're going to have less numbers. You're going to have less volume. You're going to have less quantity. But dressing like a wife, performing wife duties, you're going to get higher quality men. You're going to get high value men that go, wow, she's different. And they'll treat you different. So no. Bluntstep said, we definitely not. We notice you. Men do notice that. You know, if you marry for looks, that's all you should expect. Correct. Renee said, HJ, you said in the past, only fathers can save America. Therefore, we need fathers to treat their wives great so their daughters can see how they should be treated and what it takes to keep a good man. This is facts. That's another thing. Many of these women don't know how to conduct themselves in relationships because they never had an example. They don't know how to pick a man because they never had an example. You dig what I'm saying? These are just the facts. Shelley Duvall, who played Olive Oil, has passed away, man. R.I.P., man. Popeye, the movie. You guys remember the movie? That was my shit. The cartoon. I used to love Popeye. We need a Popeye reboot without all the woke shit. Popeye was my shit. Let's go to Michael Ealy. So Michael Ealy runs into, they were at a movie premiere for a Tyler Perry release. And look what happens.
What's up, baby? How you doing? Good to see you, man. Everything good? How you doing, Mike? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. How was it? Yeah, real quick.
Then the picture.
This is fire. Love this. Love this. Dion will love this. Absolutely. I'm more.
Conor McGregor definitely should play Popeye. That'd be fire. Let's go back. So, first of all, I'd have had to say something. You're not picking my woman up like this. He's so mad. He trying not to look. Look at Jonathan Majors in the back. He trying not to look. He doing everything in his power not to look. He looking everywhere but at what's going on. All right. And then right here, Megan looks at him. Right here, she looks at him like, babe. She gives him, babe, I'm sorry. The babe, I'm sorry look. He's annoyed. He's perturbed. I'd have had to say something. The minute he picked my woman, I'd be like, yo, bro, you doing too much. Immediately, I would have an immediate reaction. Like, yo, what the fuck, nigga? It would have been an altercation. It would have been an altercation. I'm not saying I would have got physical, but there would have been some words exchanged. Now, Megan did. So here, they're going to take a picture. And Megan does what any good woman should do. She grabs her man. I'm not taking a picture. Ladies, you cannot take a picture with another man without your man. Your man has to be front and center. And then she fixes the green line. Watch the green line. Boom, she leans into her man. See it right there? See how she's leaning to her man? So this is she's doing a good job cleaning this up. Doing a good job cleaning this up. Ladies, you're not allowed to take pictures with other men.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
That's what we're talking about when we say, if you want to be a wife, act like one. But Michael Ealy is out of bounds for that shit. He was out of bounds for that. I don't know if he knows they're in a relationship or not. I could have sworn he should have known, right? I'm sure he had to know. But somebody in here, they said this high yellow ninja need his ass beat. Man. They got the Drewski skit in there. This dude says dog picked up his girl, squeezed her tight in the hug, made her squeal with glee, and didn't even dap the man up. Man. Somebody said here, ain't no nigga lifting my girl when he greet her. Shh. That's nasty. That's just rude and disrespectful. I'll be damned. Victor over on Rumble said we need to bring Tar and Feathering back. No comment. I'm not going to say I disagree with you either. Shout out. We got some new followers over on Rumble too. A bunch of people just started following the salute. Welcome. Welcome to the greatest show on the planet. Michael 2024 said men be too jealous. It's not about jealousy. It's about respect.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
It's about respect. You don't pick another man's woman up. It's about respect. It's the principalities of the matter. Holden said, on behalf of light-skinned brothers, I apologize. Get them in line. T-Raw said, I'm the only man to sweep my woman off her feet. Facts. He should have said something. I'd have said something. But I'm sure with all the controversy surrounding him already, he just skated by on that court case. I'm sure he's trying to be on his best behavior. But that was wild. That was unforgiving. Majors don't want the bad press. It might have been a smart business move. Deep down inside you like, oh, I want to beat this nigga ass, but I just got off that court case. I'm just now getting back good with Hollywood. It's a good business decision that he ain't snapped and kept it cool. I think you're right. I think you're right, Robert. He was thinking about them checks. He was thinking about that bad press. I agree. Hold on, 300% APY. What is this? I'm looking at some plays here. You gotta be careful when people promise these things. 300% API. If it's too good to be true, that means it's probably a scam and a rug. Let me just go ahead and click off that before I get tempted to do something stupid. I got some Sys coins sitting over on Pegasus earning. I'm about to move some more over there. I just wanted to save some for Super DAP. I want to save some for the Super DAP because it'll grow faster on Super DAP. Wait, hold on. I gotta go to my other browser. Let me see. I'm gonna check on my holdings really fast. You gotta, that's the other thing. The other thing is, the other thing is with, I like about crypto is it forces you to be proactive about your money. And so it puts you into a habit of being proactive about your money. And that's what I like about it. Money management. Because some of y'all like to just, offload that responsibility. Let's connect that. And crypto forces you to be proactive about that. All right, let's check it. So if you go to Pegasus, you can go to pools and you can provide liquidity. And, it's a good thing, when you're sitting on crypto, you kind of don't want to just sit in your wallet. You want to dedicate some of it to, someplace, like a liquidity pool. I saw a Solana liquidity pool I'm going to be looking into. If it works out, I'll share it with you guys. But right now I'm using Pegasus for my Syscoin holdings. And, the thing is you just need to have the same amount of USDT. So there's going to be a certain ratio of USDT to Sys. So you stake the USDT and you stake the Sys, and then you earn by providing liquidity to the pool. It's called an LP, liquidity pool. I'll show you guys really fast over here. Hold on. All right, here we go. It says right here, Pegasus Sys protocol, swap, earn, build, etc., etc. You hit launch app, like right here. You connect your wallet. Go to pool. You'll see the pool here. You connect your wallet. Once you connect your wallet, you'll see it all pop up right here. And you just provide liquidity, sit back and chill, and your Syscoin earns for you. Pegasus, that was the name of the Israeli spyware program that got journalists and politicians killed. Yeah, Pegasus is a big op. That is true. Crypto is too volatile. Let's talk about that. Volatility, okay? So people look at volatility as bad, and that is based upon your risk tolerance. So if you have low risk tolerance, to you, volatility is bad. But if you have high risk tolerance, volatility is good. That's where you get your gains, right? So how do you manage this, right? And it's like, I would say if you're not participating in high volatility assets, securities, whatever, you're an idiot. No diss to, the person that made that comment, but you're just a fucking idiot, He says, why is it that no one uses crypto for anything other than its previously advertised use? I'll get to that question in a moment. So volatility, right? So here's how I operate. You got your safe investments, right? Stock market. If you really, really want to be safe, bonds, right? Although bonds, are hit or miss sometimes, depending on what you buy. But you got your stocks, right? You got your blue chips. You got your Apple. You got your Amazon. You got your, your blue chips, right? Facebook. You got your blue chips, right? And I was in an investing Twitter Spaces a couple years back, and he said 90% of your liquid capital should be working. So 10% is basically, your 12-month runway, right? 12 months where, you, if worse come to worse, you have 12 months of cash sitting in the bank that if worse come to worse, you can survive for a year while you try and fix your cash flow. So one way to look at this is portfolio diversity, right? So you'll say, okay, let's go for someone who has low risk tolerance. Someone who has low risk tolerance, assuming, you commit $1,000 every month, right? I don't know what it is. We're just going to go round numbers. So $900 is going to go towards purchasing your safe IRA and your stocks and shit like that, right? And you take that other $100 and you take that to the casino, AKA crypto. Now, crypto has levels of casino, right? So you got your Bitcoin, which is going to be more of a store of value. And then you have your cryptos, right? Like Syscoin, Ethereum, et cetera, Solana, you got those. And then you got your meme coins. And the meme coins, that's basically a slot machine. It's just like you dump your money in and you hope you hit big. And if you don't, well, you got rugged and, better luck next time, right? So I was in, yesterday, I was in a Twitter Spaces and a guy was talking about one of his normie friends who doesn't have crypto. And he said to he was basically telling us how to deal with your normie friends who don't crypto. And he said that the best thing to tell them is to, buy a certain, crypto asset and sit on it for a year. So the guy said he bought like $400 worth last year of Solana. And, well, let's look at the Solana chart and see what that looks like over the past year. All right, so here's Solana, and let's go to the 1 year chart. So here's the 1 year chart, okay? Solana last year was trading at, what's the low here? All these fucking things here. Was it like $20 or something like that? So all-time low was 50 cents. All right. All-time high, 260. Right now, Solana's trading at 138. But if you look at the chart, let's say you cop down here. What is this? 26 bucks. So he told his friend last year, all right, for example, if you bought Solana in October of last year for $31, it is now $138. Okay. So if you just took, like I told you, if you just took the $100 every month and you DCA'd, you're going to outperform your stock portfolio with just $100 a month. So that's how you deal with volatility. Robert Jones said you can still buy crypto and just sit. Exactly. Exactly. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I got automated Bitcoin buying that I do. It's just automated. It just takes a little bit of money out of my account every week. And then I don't look at it. I just don't look at it. I don't even know how much it's worth right now. I couldn't tell you how much it's worth right now if I looked at it. But last time I looked, I turned like this little bit of money into like more than it should be there. You know what I'm saying? So I look at crypto as the modern form of wealth transfer. Or I shouldn't even say wealth transfer. That's no, I shouldn't say that. It's more like how some people become the 1%, right? Like if you invested in eBay during the tech boom, if you invested in Yahoo before the tech boom, you are one of these guys. A lot of people made a lot of money off the tech boom. It crashed thereafter, but if you would have sold at the top, or if you'd have sold when you're in profit, you'd have made a lot of money. Okay? So what idiots do I call them idiots because you're just playing it too safe, right? It's like that $100, you're going to blow it at the bar, you're going to blow it at a weed, you're going to blow it on some hot chick anyway. Throw it in the casino and just let it sit and see what happens. Wait a year. I always tell people, you buy crypto, wait a year. Okay? Just wait a year. And then come back and see what happened. Okay? Now let's get to 2020's question. He says, how many hotels have bought groceries, gas, or car with crypto? So now we're talking about the usage of crypto, right? And there are some people who are of the belief that people don't use crypto the way it should be used. And I'm here to tell you, it's not true. It's not true. I got crypto bros right now that have no USD or very little USD. They operate 100%, or I should say 90% in crypto. They live off of crypto. So the majority of people, we are speculating. I'm one of those people who speculates. And in order to understand this, you'd have to understand the history of money. Go and get, Murray Rothbard's book on the history of United States banking, right? There are levels to securities, assets, store of value, and means of exchange. And money goes through cycles, okay? So money, depending on where you are in the cycle, is either a store of value or a means of exchange, or both at the same time. Some of y'all is savers. You save your money, which means you look at money as a store of value and not so much as a means of exchange. But those same people, often, not always, know about the game, the Federal Reserve game. They know about inflation. They know about the massive printing of the USD. So if you know the USD is consistently losing value, why would you keep your wealth in that while crypto is going up? Right? So you're concerned that people aren't using crypto as a means of exchange. They're using it as a store of value. They're using it as an asset class. But you want them to use them. You want them to use it as a means of exchange. It's kind of weird to me. It's kind of weird. It's like, oh, you're not sticking to your philosophy. And it's just like, well, there's different philosophies in crypto, depending on who you ask. Okay. Remember when gold was money?
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
You remember when gold was money? But now gold is a store of value. And that's why I said money goes through cycles. Okay? It goes through cycles. So we're looking at crypto, which is in its infancy, it's still a baby, and we're asking it to perform like an adult. It's ignorant, if you ask me. It's just ignorant. You don't understand money. You don't understand value. Crypto has to hit a critical point before it becomes a means of exchange. Crypto, depending on where you are, is a method of exchange. If you're in Nigeria, crypto was a method of exchange. If you were in Venezuela, crypto at one point was a method of exchange or is a method of exchange because they couldn't trust their native currency. When America hits a critical point, crypto is going to become a method of exchange. The difference is some people are going to have crypto, some people are not. And your grandchildren are going to look at you and they're going to go, Dad, or I'm sorry, Pop, Granddad, why didn't you buy Bitcoin? While you're waiting in line for your bread rations. My friend's grandpapa has a humongous property of 100 acres. They bought crypto in 2024. It's now 2050, Pop, and we're broke. The USD you saved is worth nothing because of hyperinflation. What were you thinking, Pop? Which brings us to the adoption curve. I've shown you guys this before. So the people who look at crypto and go, oh my God, it's too volatile. I'm going to show you where you are. So we got early adopters. We got the early majority. We got the late majority, and you got laggards. I would say right now, if you get in now, you're in the early majority. You're not even in the late majority. Okay. Some of y'all are going to be laggards. You're going to be laggards. You're going to be laggards. You're going to be laggards. 2020, are you listening? Because you keep carping the same point. How many of the chat have paid for anything at all with crypto? I tip people in crypto sometimes. I've done that. I've paid for things in crypto. I've paid. Once upon a time, a gentleman comes to me and he says to me, and this is the best way to get crypto. I'm telling you right now, this is the best way to get crypto. I'm going to tell you right now, the best way to get crypto. Okay. Gentleman comes to me, says, Hotep Jesus, I want to hire you for marketing advice for 1 month. I want you to just tighten my brand up. And I said, here's my price in USD. And here's my price in Bitcoin. What do you think he used to pay me with? Bitcoin. I literally told him I will do the job cheaper for Bitcoin. That Bitcoin that I took from him back in that time, this is over 4 or 5 years ago, has like 7x'd. If I would have taken the USD, I would have lost money.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
2020. I'm glad you keep bringing up these shitty ass points because they're really allowing me to fight ignorance, and this is going to educate people. So 2020 says Canada trucker protests already showed us the feds can take your crypto. Good point. First of all, the feds cannot take your crypto. That's point number one. It's not possible. Okay. It's mathematically not possible. The Canada truckers were not operating in crypto. They were operating in banking. Okay. If you send crypto to somebody via an exchange, you're not dealing in crypto. You're dealing in banking. For example, if you said, Hotep Jesus, I'm going to send you crypto, and I send you a Coinbase wallet, I'm not dealing in crypto. I'm dealing in banking, modern banking. Now, if those truckers were doing paper wallets or ledgers, there's no way the feds would have been able to take that Bitcoin. But they weren't educated on crypto. They were receiving that money through their Canadian banking crypto exchanges. So they were dealing in traditional banking via crypto and not pure crypto. Renee Vogel says, I do graphic design for Ethereum. So when you purchase Renee Vogel's services, he charges you in Ethereum. This is what smart people do. They go, no, give me Ethereum. I don't want your USD. How is it that people know the United States dollar is absolute trash, but accept it? I remember my website used to be set up to accept crypto. That was a great time because I was selling my books and people were buying it with ETH, Bitcoin Cash, and Bitcoin. Computer said, not your keys, not your cheese. That's rule number one in crypto. Correct. If you don't have your keys, that's not your crypto. It's the exchange's crypto. Cash's Camp said, I want all my men of order commission in crypto, please. I wish I could do that. If I could, I would. I definitely would. Trust me. But we haven't gotten approved for crypto because it's Shopify and, well, there's a lot of hurdles to jump through. I tried and we got denied. I'm going to try again next year, though. So people who, and here's another thing, like somebody said, well, how do you convince your friends to get crypto? My answer is I don't. Let them fucking stay ignorant. You don't have to. You don't want your crypto? Fine. Don't. Just be me and the homies. 10 years from now, we'll be laughing at you. Like, where did you get all this money from? Oh, I bought crypto. Now let's talk meme coin game. The meme coin game, what I did was I said, I'm going to take, I think I bought like 3 or 4 Sol at the time. And I said, I'm buying 3 or 4 Sol. I think there was like 150 a piece at the time. And I said, I'm gambling with this. If I lose all of this, I'm out. Then I had Crypto Blood on the channel. And Crypto Blood said, I'm launching a coin on pump.fun. So I threw 1 Sol at it. Not going to tell you how much that shit boomed. Let's just say, I got more Sol than I've ever had. I could technically keep betting on meme coins and still not lose because of that one play. And I lose in meme coins all the time. I lost this week, but I've got a couple of wins. I made 67% on a meme coin. I shared it with the team. If you haven't joined our Telegram, I throw plays in there all the time. 67% this morning. Took 55 minutes to make 67%. Now, I had to lose a lot of money to figure out, how to do this. Lost a lot of soul. I lost a lot of soul. Robert says meme coin seems like a straight up scam. It is. It is. Absolutely it is. It's a scam. 99.9% of meme coins are a straight up scam. There was a here, I'll show you the latest scam I got scammed by. But this is part of being in the casino. Look at this right here. So this is a scam we got hit with this week. If your favorite influencer showed you Jeb, then deleted their tweets later on, unfollow right away. Another 7 figures gone into Rugger's pockets. So Jeb was this meme situation, and oh my god, came fucking got porn all over this app. But Jeb was the latest one. Now the Jeb team said they're gonna refund people. I don't know how true that is. I'll show you what they said today. All right, right here. So it says, as a result of the Jeb pre-sale dilemma and the launch being targeted at botters similar to the bundle, we will be refunding all public wallets which bought into the pre-sale. I bought into the pre-sale. As for next steps, all pre-sale wallets will be refunded 100% in Sol. Token allocations from pre-sale will remain the same. Community airdrops 5% allo or allocation. Pause. So this is a good dev team that is going to refund us for getting rugged. But you're probably going to get rugged. But I told people before, if you want to learn about meme coins, get rugged 30 times and you'll learn. Lose money and you'll learn. Now, I'm not telling you get in the meme coin game. I would not suggest you get in the meme coin. I do not suggest it. In fact, I advise against it. This is for degenerates only. And I'm a crypto degen. I'm a crypto degenerate. I'm looking to take a little bit of sawdust, put it in everything for one thing to go fucking 10x, for one thing to go hyperbolic. But again, I set aside a little bit of money. When you're dealing in meme coins, it's got to be money you are willing to lose. If you don't have money to lose, don't touch it. Don't just stay away. Just do something else with your time. You might as well just smoke it or drink it. Okay. Meme coins, yes, Sturf Colonel. Meme coins are for G-Gens only. Best place to learn about crypto, I'll show you right now. So I have a method where, but I'm more advanced. So if you want to go from intermediate to somewhat advanced, I would say I'm intermediate in my learnings. I just wait for I'll show you right here. I wait for it's one of the most smartest people in the space. I just had him on recently with a debate versus Justin Bonds. Jag right here. He runs Syscoin. I wait for him to publish a paper. Like here's one July 3rd. I'll go in and I'll check out the paper and I'll read the paper, and as soon as I come up to something I don't understand, I'll just look it up. Now this paper was pretty much self-explanatory. So they don't call them influencers in this space. They call them key opinion leaders or KOLs. But yeah, I'll find a paper. He's also got a Medium account. So when you have a Medium account, you publish blogs. So I'll go in and I'll read that. Like this one here, it says Bitcoin Secure Data Availability Protocol. So if you don't know what that is, just Google it, right? But if you need to learn right now, the best place to start is Whiteboard Crypto. They have the best explanation videos around, hands down. Okay.
In this video, we are going to explain.
So right here, the intro video, obviously it says, what is a blockchain? But you can pretty much take any terminology and then type it in, and they have less than 10-minute videos. and explains like everything to you. I also suggest watching Crypto Blood. That's a homie. So subscribe to Crypto Blood. Why am I not subscribed to him?
That's why retire young, retire
Does he have more than one account? Subscribe to Crypto Blood, and then Wendy O. Wendy O, she's gonna do all the trading information. So if you guys want to trade, you follow Crypto Wendy O. That's also my sis. And watch her show. She streams right before mine, and that'll get you. You know, she handles all the news, so you'll see all the news that's happening, and you go subscribe to her channel, right? But what you got to do is you got to do your asset allocation. So, or I should say, here. Let's see if we can find something rudimentary. Or we can just do a basic like this. Here, I'll show you something. Right? So you'll go like this, right? You go in here and you'll say, okay, I'm going to invest 85% into stocks, right? Then you take another 10% and you buy, you can split this up, right? You can say 8% Bitcoin. Hold on. You can say 8% Bitcoin, and you can say 2% Syscoin, right? Then you take the other 5% and you gamble in the meme coins, right? And you're expecting this to lose. But what you're expecting is you're expecting your meme coin profits to exceed your crypto profits, and you're expecting your crypto profits to exceed your stock profits. And I can tell you right now, my Bitcoin holdings have, they're good. Let's just say that. They're good. You know, they're good. ETH, Vitalik gives you deep state vibes? Yeah. Yeah. "2020 says, I can tell you're not in crypto because you sound crazy. Again, Bitcoin is a currency. Bitcoin as a currency is absolutely unsustainable. Elon confirmed this. The electronic demand in crazy and more than its value. But I get it. Boomers hold it, and BlackRock. Boomers don't even have Bitcoin, so you're wrong on that. The demand on the grid is actually quite low, so you got to fact check. See, all of that is leftist propaganda. So that's leftist propaganda. What you're talking about right now, you sound like AOC with the Green New Deal. Oh my God, Bitcoin's bad for the environment. That's all leftist propaganda you got psyoped with. You could run Bitcoin off of like a fucking phone. You could run Bitcoin node off of what's the name? A Pi. What's the name of that shit called? The something Pi or some shit like that. I can't remember right now. But Bitcoin's not a currency. It's not a currency. It's an asset. Even the SEC said it's an asset. Angeli said, I would hold in Bitcoin whatever he gave me, but I hope some man isn't giving me 20 mil unless I have a plan for him. Hopefully he's giving me to the 20 and invest in patents, then I would. Even the painting game, I had Arthur Quan Lee on, and the art game is rigged. A lot by Raspberry Pi. Thank you. The art game is rigged by leftists. Go check out my interview with Arthur Quan Lee. That whole art game, that shit is rigged, bro. They prop up prices on those things. He was talking about how Hunter Biden was using that as a money laundering tool. A lot of people use the art game as for money laundering. So when they say buy art, it's just like, I mean, you can. I'm sure it's, you know, lucrative for some people, but just know that that shit is rigged as well. Nada says Bitcoin actually gives back to the grid. But again, people are propagandized by the left So they hear, oh, it's bad for energy, and they believe it. But that's AOC jibber jabber. That's who's a lady that look like James Brown? I always forget her name. That's her garble. NFTs. I never got into NFTs. I didn't get it. I was like, nah, I'm good. Some people make money off NFTs. What was the other thing? At first it was ICOs. I never touched the ICOs. I never touched NFTs. But a lot of this stuff comes down to who gets in first, right? And that's why I was like, when I saw NFTs, I was like, I'm late. I'm not going to get in. When I saw the ICOs, I said, I'm late. I'm not going to get in. When I saw the meme coin, I said, oh, I'm in early. I'm in. What wallets do I recommend for Syscoin? Clever and Pally. Pali. Maxine Waters. Yeah, you sound like Maxine Waters when you talk about Bitcoin is bad for the electric grid. You sound like Green New Deal people. Because that's all World Economic Forum talk. And that's the thing. Y'all be listening. I'm against World Economic Forum. I'm against the Green New Deal. I'm against the climate change agenda. Oh, Bitcoin's bad for the electric grid. Nigga, that's the same propaganda from the World Economic Forum. You sound crazy. You sound like the left. You know what I'm saying? So, again, I'm glad 2020 is asking these questions. Yeah, absolutely great. Absolutely great questions here. And I just tell you, you're not in the crypto community, so you're not. Knuckle Brew $5 says, say I'm asking for a raise in my job. The boss accepts a $500 bump, and I say I want it in crypto. What's the best way to go forth in negotiations? That's a good question. All right, I'll give you like an exact script, right? So you walk in to the office and, you're like, hey, whatever, looking to get a raise. And then now you're in the portion of how you want to get that raise. I would probably say, how would I word that? I'd probably say something like, what are the possibilities of receiving that in Bitcoin? That's what I would say exactly. That's what I would say. "2020 says, if you honestly think Bitcoin is sustainable energy-wise, you clearly don't know anything about crypto." All right. You win. I'm not going to argue with you. You got it. Yeah, I saw that wig shift on CNN. That was wild. She need to get her wig game together. But moral of the story is, buy crypto if you want, or don't. Or you could be like the guy that bought Solana last year at $20 in October, and now Solana's at $130, and there's a huge meme coin game on Solana. Strong Dad Protocol with the $5 holler. He says, all 2020 doomers talk just made me buy some more Sol.
Oh, this a real Hotep brother.
Strong Dad said, fuck, I'm gonna buy some more Sol. Yeah, he got debate brain. Wait, what are we gonna do with that? He got debate brain. We can't help him. Can't help everybody. It's just not possible. Shout out to Dirty Bit. Yeah. But that's all I got for y'all today. We'll be back tonight. What's the difference between currency and cryptocurrency, since Bitcoin is an asset and not a currency? Well, I think the difference would be store of value versus medium of exchange. And I don't think any cryptocurrency has hit the critical breaking point to where it's a method of exchange, unless you're in a third world nation where they have no choice because of hyperinflation. If you live in the United States of America, crypto is an asset, and it is an asset, and it's a speculative asset, and it's an investment. And I'm going to address this really fast. People say it's not an investment. I've heard people say that. Justin Bonds has also said that, and I made him correct himself. So the definition, what is the definition of an investment, right? Because people think, the stock market is an investment, right? Because in their minds, an investment is something safe. But the definition of investment is right here. An investment is a plan to put money to work today to obtain a greater amount of money in the future. That's it. So if you buy Bitcoin with the plan to make money in the future, it's an investment. It doesn't mean it's going to be panned out. It doesn't mean that it's safe. It just means you expect your investment to grow. That's all it means. That's all it means. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why hedge fund managers aren't going all in. There's a lot of big money in. There's a lot of big money in. But I'm out of here. I'll be back tonight with Uncle Hotep. We're taking Uncle Hotep to court 8 p.m. Make sure y'all tune in. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. I'm out of here, man. Be well. Stay merry. Tell somebody in your family that you love them. As always, Hotep and Bill.
Welcome to the 4th annual Grifties and the first ever live Grifty Awards. And now for your hosts, Uncle Hotep and Hotep Jesus.
Yo, no George, but I can't even breathe in this joint.
That's fucked up. He working on that Coon of the Year award.
Black people, am I right?
We've got some great categories tonight, including athletes.
We'll say what's up to your dad.
Seasons COVID-19.
Who did you want? Hamlin? Hamlin's a sleeper. Hamlin's a sleeper.
Female, musical, celebrity, people's political grifty, the Hall of Fame, and a surprise category.
Y'all see we professional, we got the teleprompter and shit. And of course, the one everyone is waiting for, Grifter of the Year Award.
From podcasts to movies.
DJ Protocol.
Yeah, DJ, that's the time to do it.
This is not a grift. I really think Lil Nas X is a gay demon.
How dare you?
Unlike most modern award shows, none of these women have penises.
Women shouldn't speak anyways.
Y'all picked the blackest room for a black. Paint the walls white so I can see y'all next time.
All coons looking like to me.
Some of you white people too. Some of y'all look like you came from 8 Mile.
We're halfway through, no one's been shot yet.
But I'm going to say at the Grifty Awards, there's only one person more arrogant, more self-assured than me, and that's Hotep Jesus.
Grifter of the Year. Clap it up for old Uncle Hotep.
Hopefully my kids will watch this and be inspired and stuff like that.
Fuck them kids.
I'm looking for my wallet. I'm like, oh, thank God he didn't take it. Thank God.